Okay. We get going then, maybe? It's about time. It's about time. Yes. Could actually leave the music on. We're not going to be playing the game in a little bit here, so. Let's do that. Just lower the volume a little bit, and that should be good. Hi, everyone. We're not starting it in Roadcraft today, even though we're going to play Roadcraft. I just want to try something a little bit earlier here before we get into the game. So, recently I spent way too much time on Reddit, and I ran over this thread, actually. So, this guy, V3H3M3 Antis, Mentis, I don't know. That guy. He's way smarter than I am. He found a solution for the Baikal. So you know how this guy always just drops a bunch of stuff. He found a solution on how to fix that. So today we are going to start out by taking a look at that and how to do it. And maybe that'll be pretty good. Who knows? We can try. So, if we take a look at what he has been doing. So I spent a lot of time. I'm not going to go through all of this. I'm just going to show you guys how to do it eventually. I just want to give you kind of an overview of what he did. So he's been going through a lot of these pack files that we know from SnowRunner since before. And more or less just minutely gone through each of them and checking like how does the different controllers and different values to everything works. Initially when I read this, I was like, there is no way you're finding the solution here. There has to be something else missing. But no, it's actually a really simple fix. So I think I should be able to cover it fairly quickly here so we can get going with actually using this truck for once. It's been a long time. But yeah, he literally tried everything, like looking at things like the closed state, learned how to implement different changes to how the lid works. It is a lot of stuff. But yeah, more or less took him a long time to figure it out. But now he seems to have a solution for it. So solution is actually simpler than I thought it would be. It's literally just that the Baikal is missing a back wall. So the part that is right here, it doesn't show very good here. I will show you in game eventually as well when we have fixed it. It just doesn't exist to the game. So the sand is actually falling out through the bottom of the wall right here. And it literally just fixed that by adding back wall. It's programmed in the game. It just isn't actually there originally. So yeah, it's a super simple fix, it seems like. He also provided a GitHub link here where we are able to see exactly what he's been doing. It's also a really easy way of fixing it if you want to be lazy. I want to try to do this manually, mostly because I find it kind of interesting to see how this works. And it seems to be a fairly easy fix. But yeah, this seems to be just a file that you can download and drop into your pack file and then save it and bam, bada boom, it just works. Yeah, most importantly, have fun. Most importantly, have fun. So let's get to it. What we're needing to do, we need to get to the Roadcraft game files. I've already made copies of these two. If you are going to follow along yourself, this is definitely something that you want to do. You want to make sure that you actually make copies of these files before you start messing with them. Good morning. Hopefully Saber will take this and slip it in a hotfix for us console peeps. One could hope so. One could hope so. It seems like a bug to me, but they have also said that this is intended behavior, so maybe they removed it intentionally, which is kind of crazy, but I don't think so. I don't think so. On Steam, we just go through our little cogwheel here when we have Roadcraft selected. We go to Manage and we go Browse Local Files. It will just bring it to this guy. You go to Root, and then we go through Packs, Client, and Default. And here we have all of the packs. So these are like game files. It literally does everything. You can change sounds and all kinds of fun stuff. What we are interested in is these guys. So the default other pack, that's the one that we want to actually dive into. First and foremost, the cache one you're gonna have to delete. If you don't do that, your game will actually crash when you start it up. So want none of that. And yeah, don't care about WinRAR. Why is this opening in WinRAR? Can you please open in 7-zip? Thank you. I think WinRAR works as well. I just prefer 7-zip. So it goes through SSL. They actually provided the link to this very nicely. Somewhere right here. SSL, Autogen, Designer Wizard, Trucks, Auto Baikal, Dump Truck Res, and Dump Truck Res CLS is the main file that is edited. What you wanna keep in mind is that there's two different trucks. So you have the restored one, and you have the one that is not restored. So if we go to the Designer Wizard, and then we go to Trucks, we go to Baikal. There is one for Res and one for Old. So we are just going to open this one. And we're looking for the one that says Heavy Dump Truck Res. So if we go that one and we go open, we get this lovely thing. How nice. And this seems to be fairly easy. We just go prop, load volume. And we can see right here we have those volumes that was missing. So that's the same that we have in the fixed version right here. Prop load volume. You can probably just copy paste this if you want to. That probably works. Or you can just take the line that is missing, which is this line, and just add that to here. And that should more or less just work. I do believe. So you want to have the back wall, that's kind of what's missing. And I think that should just work. There's some small tweaks to the lid that you can do as well, because the lid is kind of opening and closing a little bit however you want to. But yeah, I think that should be kind of everything that you need to do. So we're going to save that one. And we're going to close you. And I do believe if I simply go in here now and I close this guy, I think if we launch the game now, the whole thing should just be fixed. Which is a crazy simple fix for a problem that the community has been complaining about since the game released, literally. Like nuts amount of time. So let's see if we have completely bricked Roadcraft now, or if we're actually going to be able to load it up. How are we doing, Canadian? Right, now that we deleted the cache, it's gonna take longer for it to actually start up because it needs to recreate said cache. But it should be fine. And if you do get the game to crash at this point, it's probably just because you didn't actually delete the cache in the game files. Happy Wednesday, by the way. I'll probably put this first little section out as a YouTube video. That's why I'm a little bit more different, I guess. I think it would be a good little PSA. Especially since I still see people complain about the Baikal not working. Good, finally escaped Sunken. Nice. Now in Sojourn, working towards my track grader. You're lucky it's actually available fairly early on in the region as well. I think I used it all but one of the roads I built. I used the tract grader. So yeah. Unlocked a little tract junk truck, which is pretty fun to go grab sellable stuff with. Tract junk truck. Oh, the epic. Is that the one you're thinking of? Probably. That would make sense. I just realized I did not make a backup of my save. You should probably do that. I imagine that would be kind of helpful. Okay. Let's see. We'll load into the game. At least it's still here, so that's good. Loading resources. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I have not tested this at all. I don't know if it's this easy. I think it is. It seemed really easy when I read it through. With a little grabber claw. Yeah, it's mostly useless, but for like small things, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I tried to use it for pipes. That was probably a mistake. All right. All right. We got absolutely dead stuck here last time. Cool. How about my Baikal? Are you functioning? Did I do it to the right one? I have to have because there was a dump truck thingy. But he's not out. Right. No, he's right there. Okay. Let's go.
Can hardly believe my eyes.
So here we are. Baikal is right here. I don't have any sand available, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to go get some sand first. Which is fine. Which is fine. I think they should be on the other side here. Okay, so if we go in here... Oh, which one did I do it to? I don't remember. Did I do it to this one? I probably did not do it to this one. How does the other one... Maybe I can check. If I do this, you should open the same file, right? No, I did it to the restored one. Yeah. Maybe it's because it did actually fall out the back of it this time. Hi, Bruce. It did say restored, right? Yeah, that's the one that it was using as well. So I think it actually did do it correctly. It's just that the lid is still... No, it is not. No, it's still dropping it through that thing. Okay, so it wasn't actually that easy then. Because it's still doing it. What can I have missed? That's not the one we want. Where are you? Fixed. There you are. Also increase the strength of the lid to hide the fact the sand would even spill. Plus they weaken the lid so much it would open just from any force of the sand. Okay, maybe I need to actually strengthen the lid as well then. Kinda seems like it. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, Bruce. Thank you. How are you doing? Okay, let's shut this down then, and let's fix that as well. Let's fix that as well. And we're gonna have to get rid of the cache again. And let's open... Can we stop opening this in WinRAR? I don't care for WinRAR. So there we want to have the Autogen designer. We want to have the trucks. We want to have the Baikal. Baikal crane heavy dump truck restored. We'll just do it to this one. Yes, it wasn't the editor wheel, right? I don't think so. We're just gonna take it as this one. It could not be opened because the file was not found. What? What are you on about? What are you on about? There we go. Okay, so prop volume. No. Load, was it? Load volume, yes. Oh, I didn't actually save it. That would explain why. Okay. So I think I need to actually print over that, which means that we should probably do this instead. There, and then we open you up. I think somebody else is chatting YouTube chat, but I can't see them. I think their names are Happy Tree Friends Fan and Van the Villain. Cool. I think they're gone. They might have been silenced at some point. It happens. Prop load volume. We want to have the... That explains why I didn't actually do what I was hoping for it to do. So we actually need to do this back wall. Should be here. And then what we need to do here is save this guy. And then you should go into here. Are you sure you want to copy these files? Yes. And now that one has been modified correctly, so we should be able to just save and be good to go. I do believe. Right? Right. If I take a look at this one now. Can we make baseline be this guy? Unsupported command. Cute. Open. Choose another app. Can I do that? Nope. That broke everything. Open archive, please. Thank you. So this should be somewhere. Autogen Designer Wizard. I just want to double check that it actually saved it this time. And then it should be in the Baikal restored. The fuck did I open? Oh, I opened the wrong one. Yeah, that's not the one we need. We need this one. Yeah, whatever. Just open it. This is L. Autogen Designer. Trucks. Baikal restored. This one still modified. So now we should be able to launch the game as long as we don't have the cache anymore, which we don't. So then we go into here and we hit this guy again. Did you hide Happy Tree Fan and Van de Willem? I sure did. I think so, at least. If they're not showing up, then that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay, let's see if this works any better. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Time will tell, after all. Continue. Let's try this again. We did see it leak this time though. So if it works now, when we fill it up, then we know that everything is good. The only thing that needs to be fixed is the lid then, which is probably not something I care to do, to be honest. Hi Watashi, welcome in. You join me just for the conclusion. Okay, let's check. If we make you do a... Come on. I want to lift up the front tires as much as possible. Okay. It doesn't leak anything so far. Let's fill up on sand. That spilled over on the side, actually. Oh. Okay. So it looks a little bit wonky, but it is not leaking. This sort of incline would instantly make it leak before. Okay. It did actually fix it. It looks a little bit wonky with the sand kind of going through the gate a little bit there. But that's pretty cool. Can I still dump sand? Or did we destroy that instead? I don't think we should have, but we'll try. We'll dump some sand over here. Now we don't have to worry about tipping over and leaving a bunch of sand everywhere. So if I just dump sand here now. That still works. Okay. Kinda looks a bit wonky though. Doesn't that kinda looks like it's... Now it's almost like the back side of the truck doesn't exist. Because it's still dropping through it, it just... That's... okay. Weird. Very weird. I didn't break anything, I actually fixed it. No, I didn't fix it. This guy right here actually fixed it. Vehementis found a solution, and it seems like it works. You can probably do a little bit of fine-tuning on this. He has his whole solution on the GitHub as well, which is probably the easiest way of doing it. And yeah. That guy doesn't actually leak anymore. Which is crazy. See that? That's a full bulk guy on an incline. And he's not leaking. The incontinence has been fixed, okay? It can still leak over the edge, of course, which makes sense. You would expect that. But it doesn't leak behind it anymore. Still over the edge. Nothing in the back. I wonder if it would help to bring the load point to something like maybe 35 instead, so it doesn't fill it as much. Because I think part of the issue that this guy has is that it fills too much. Like way further than it probably should. Yeah. That worked. Nice. So I guess if someone wants to fix it, then you can do that now. At least on PC. On console, of course, we're still fucked. But PC, you can actually get it fixed. Real nice. Alright. Shall we continue our playthrough? I think it's time. What are we doing? I think we're building... Are we building a road here? I think we're building a road here. That seems like fun. All the way up to here? Why not? Why not? Give me this guy. No more leakage, baby. That's actually kind of crazy that it was that easy to fix it. And that, like, what this means is that all of the files have to already be in the game. Because my understanding is that what you're doing is you're adding a mesh to the vehicle that wasn't there before. Which means that the mesh is already there. I just ran this into a wall and it's still working. How? Definitely enjoy Sojourn a lot more than Sunken. Yeah, you came to think of that when you saw the rain here. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Where are we going? We are going... Yeah, we're going the right way. We're going the right way. Superb. That is so nice. When have we ever been able to drive this one around without spilling everywhere? Never happened. Never happened before. Ooh, is there any sand around here even? Do we have any sand around here? We have sand there. How far away are you? Ooh, that's annoying. Ah, there's sand up here actually. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if that mesh added some extra weight potentially as well. Because it feels a little bit more sluggish now than it did before. Sand closer? Close enough, I would say. It seems to be just up the corner, just up around the corner here. Should be having sand. Hello? Oh, we're like driving around it? What bullshit. Where's the sand? After you cross bridge on left side, you can use sand track. Oh, really? I guess I could. Like right here. Somebody told me that when these vehicles are around, that's likely where you will be able to place one of those sand trucks. I wonder if there's any merit to that. I'm actually not sure. It's an interesting idea though. But yeah, I might as well go and actually explore this, see what's here. Maybe all this time we thought that it needed to have sand under it, and what actually was needed was just those white or yellow excavators. How far away is this? It's like not even here. Okay. This side you have a small swamp. That's where you'll put the machine. Ah, really? In the swamp, huh? Classy. Classy. Can I have sand, please? What's going on? I'm literally on the edge. Give me sand, please. Okay. Go back then. Let's go back then. Knock over a stump and a tree and a stump tree and a tree stump and all in between. Did notice that we can see torque values for trucks, which means that we can also edit them. Which means that I think all of my SnowRunner commands is more or less just plug and play for this. Come on. Pull over. You bastard. Please. Pretty please. There you go. There you go. Now I'm stuck on something else. How do I manage this every time? Yeah, that is refreshing, not having sand spill out. Maybe if they update this in the game, we can finally use the bowhead, because everyone is gonna use this one instead. Woot woot! Oh, I'm in low gear. It's like, why are you so slow? Please move. think we're gonna have to bring that. Bring that sand guy over here. I feel like it is nose heavy way more than before. I don't know if that could have changed somehow. Don't know why adding a rear tailpipe would do that though. Seems kind of awkward. I guess it does make sense that it wouldn't really work perfectly if they haven't actually tested the game with it. Sorta to be expected. I don't even know if that's actually what's happening, but it feels like it. Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's bring the sand machine over here. Hey, Caninas, welcome in. Is this sand? Is that why it's working? No. How you doing? Hope your week has been pleasant so far. The sand over here. Came home from an evening on the lake. Nice. That's not too shabby. This kinda looks like sand. There we go. Cool. And that will actually reach all the way to where we need it as well. Handy. Handy indeed. Get me my dozer, please. I do realize that I'm kind of building this road now behind where I've already gone. So I'm not sure I'm going to get any use out of this road, but we're going to build it nonetheless. Rather have built it and don't need it than need it and don't have it. You know. You get some fishing done then? What kind of fish were you fishing? Downloaded Fishing Simulator 3, I think it was called. Like a free demo on Steam right now. Not a good game by any means. Actually, kind of stupid game. But certainly gave me the itch to get back out doing some fishing, that's for sure. Got an idea that tenting in the wild might be fun. So just tried making dinner in the wild. Some sausage, macaroni. That's the sauce cooked on a gas grill. Went better than expected. Nice. Nice. Happy to hear that. Wow, I can't spell. You're struggling a little bit there. I'll admit that. It's okay though. We don't judge. We don't judge. Oh, that's too much of a lean for you, huh? That actually tips out your sand. I guess that makes sense because the lid is still not solid, so it would still drop a little bit of sand. Would be fun to actually catch and eat some fish someday? Yeah. We did that a lot when I was in Sweden, or when I lived in Sweden. I almost always had trout in the freezer. That is like standard. Do, 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 do. I haven't been camping very much, like with tents, in nature. But I have at multiple locations been grilling both fish and also just in general grilling, like hot dogs, while out fishing. It's really cozy actually. Kinda really enjoy that. Man, this truck is really good now. Never gathered a fish, I need to learn that. Wait. You've been on the lake, but you don't know how to gut the fish? What kind of city boy are you? Learned that when I was like 7. I've been fishing in 30 years. It's probably been close to 10 years for me now, actually. I kind of never found anywhere to go fishing when I moved to Latvia. Still have all of my fishing gear in the closet, actually. But, yeah, never actually found anywhere to go fishing, so to say. But one day we're gonna change that. And we're definitely gonna go fishing. Fishing is so calming, dude. It is... I don't know. If it's the equivalent of nostalgia for me, maybe to some extent. But yeah, it is... soul cleansing, so to say. Haven't been out since you were in the Scouts 15 years ago. Wow. Don't know why. Shouldn't be too hard to do. No, it's not. You just need to be careful to not actually, like, poke and prod too much with the intestines and stuff. If you get the bladder and stuff, it will kind of make the the taste not very great afterwards, but overall it's not actually that bad. Our fishing laws and requirements are too much now. Oh, I was actually quite spoiled as a kid. So my dad, through work and some friends, they rented a whole lake for themselves and planted trout in it. So we can kind of go fishing whenever we wanted to when I was younger. And then it was just kind of easy to get like fishing licenses and stuff where I lived, which was nice. So yeah. Been doing a lot of fishing in my years. Just need to buy a fishing license every year. It costs about $50. I think when I was fishing in Sweden, it was like $20 or something for the fishing license. It wasn't that expensive. But I also lived like on a rural countryside. A lot of places you could go fishing without a license. It was only when they were actually planting fish that you usually had to pay. Which makes sense because they're paying to actually plant the fish then, so. Oh, we have sand right here. How convenient. Depends on the lake. Some cost over 1,000 here. It's planted here. Yeah. I mean, if they have planted fish, then it makes sense that they would take a fee. Or like local river that we had started taking fees, which I thought was really weird. Because they didn't actually plant any fish. Or at least they didn't in the beginning. I think they started after a little while. But overall, they just didn't actually plant any fish at all. And they just took a fee for you more or less to fish like perch and pike, which is natural fish in those kind of waters. You don't really plant that. So yeah, bit weird, but I think they are now planting probably bass, I would imagine. Here it's fishing license and tags. There's a lot of places that are now restricted season or restricted age. It's weird. Yeah. There's a lot of overfishing for a while as well. So I guess it makes sense that they would like to limit the sort of excessive fishing at least. But any regulation like that is just kind of annoying, to be honest. Miss having perch and bass. Perch, butter fried perch on sandwich at your grandmother's is the fucking best. Literally the fucking best. Absolutely love that. Do you love eating fish? I do. Fish is one of those things that is like super healthy as well, compared to a lot of other meats. So you don't even have to feel bad about eating it. $65 for the license, and depending on the tag, it's 65 to 100. What does the tag actually do then? You don't like to eat fish, you like to eat beef? I like to eat beef as well, but I like nuance, I guess I should say. Variety is the joy of life, after all. At least if you ask me. Which nobody did, but I'm anyway sharing my opinion because I'm a guy on the internet. And it's my responsibility to share my opinion, okay? So we do that. So we do that. I think there's different fish as well. Some fish is better than other. If you like things like beef and meats in general, doing something like catfish or what the hell is it called? It's marulk in Swedish. Don't remember what the English name is for it. But yeah, there's fishes that are surprisingly close to meat consistency, at least. If you don't like the soft texture. Wagyu A1 is my fish to eat. Wasn't Wagyu one of those like super criticized meats? I don't remember exactly. I think I read somewhere about it. Come on, I hate the lack of turning circle on this. Really? This is so dumb. What the hell? There you go, just get out of here. Conservation Department of Fisheries and Oceans can take everything you own and now. Because they will say it's all from proceeds of poaching that gives them the ability to seize everything you own. What? Oh. It just sounded like you spouted a bunch of conspiracies. The state is gonna steal everything from you. It was in regards to the tags, right? No, they're gonna take your house. They'll take your wife. They'll take your kids. Yeah, what the... But... Yeah. I got it now. It just didn't click in my head first. It's a catch a fish you don't have tag for, it's poaching, and at that point you might as well end it all because your life is over at that point. Aren't you able to release it, if that's the case? Like, you can't really control what's biting after all. Surely you can just release it. That sounds more American than Canadian. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. I think the word you're looking for is dystopian. But yeah, bureaucracy or bureaucracy, whatever bullshit people are doing. It's the worst when you get caught up in that. That and politics, man. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. Chat got ignored. Sorry, there's a lot to read. You don't need a tag for catch and release. Gotcha. What did you say? Have you guys eaten lobster? And if you did, like eating it with sauce or with normal butter. I've eaten lobster multiple times. It's actually working as a fish salesperson once upon a time for like 10 years. So I've almost had anything that you can imagine coming out of the water. I've probably eaten it. To the point where I would actually have to think twice whether I've eaten mermaid. That sort of thing. But yeah, I've eaten literally anything that comes out of the water. Mussels, squid, lobster, every sort of shrimp you've ever thought of, oysters, all of it. I'm also not a picky eater, so if someone puts something in front of me, I'm usually going to try it. Had octopus when I was in Spain. It was surprisingly good. It is. It's actually really good. I really like octopus. One of my go-to like delicacies. What the fuck is the plural of delicatess? Delicacies? Maybe? English is hard. Octopus is good, yeah. It is. Really like squid with butter and garlic. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I'm like that weird guy who enjoys fancy food, but I also really enjoy squid rings. It's really good. The only fish things that I usually don't eat is I can't stand sushi. Sushi is this like one thing that if you serve it, I probably just won't eat at. Wow. I'm really struggling to talk today. Yeah. Sushi is just... I'll gladly eat half raw tuna, that's fine. Like, if you give me a slightly seared tuna, I'm all for that. Give me sushi, I'm all out. Not to talk about the liquor caninas. How about war crimes? Canadians are way more ruthless than I understood. Those guys will fuck you up if they get the chance. You check your mirrors often enough, be honest. I don't know in what context. So it hangs on the wall last time I saw it. Yeah, right. In game. I don't play enough in first person mode for it to matter. But no. So yeah, no, I would probably say that I'm not. Where are you going? Stop. I would not say that I'm using my mirrors very much. I do in Euro Truck Sim. I do in Euro Truck Sim. Machine is running away from you. Yeah, yeah. He does what everyone else I care about do. Fucking leaves. Yeah, they won't break, get it? No. I feel like such an idiot today. I can't talk, I don't understand anything of what you guys are saying. Yeah, this is going great. Thank you guys. I don't know why you're here, but thank you for being here. Much appreciated. We're there to test my brain. Yeah. You do that. You do that. I'm sure I'll pass. Next time. Okay. I think we are slowly getting a flat surface to drive on here. Poaching is that kind of stuff that you think you'll only read about in the, like, fucking fairy tales. But it actually happens in real life, which is crazy. I would be so self-conscious if I went out poaching and someone caught me. Crazy. Melia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Don't destroy the road, please. Okay, seems pretty good. Man. I think we're getting pretty good at making roads at this point. It's a lot of black bear and grizzly poaching for a while. Since almost been stopped. Dude, you would not be able to pay me enough money to get close to a grizzly bear. Black bear, maybe. Maybe I will poach a black bear if you pay me enough. But, grizzly, that shit is scary, man. That shit is scary, man. Okay. Very nice. And then we'll just flatten that. Yeah, nature is extremely resilient, but also crazy easy to destroy. Kind of weird how it can be both at the same time. I guess life is fragile by nature, isn't probably the right way to interpret it. Like this whole thing with global warming and all that. We're talking about how we're destroying Earth, but we're not really destroying Earth, are we? We're kinda just destroying Earth for ourselves. If we make it bad enough to where we will no longer be here, the Earth will just go, okay, and then it'll probably go back to normal eventually. Humanity is very self-centered somehow. Humans are selfish. Why is it so hard to get that flat? Maybe I just need to go in the same direction both ways. Let's go down and see if we can flatten that. Imagine going out with a nice like fishing trip with your son. He has his little fishing rod with one of those spinner reels. And then these guys shows up in an armored car, M4s and machine guns. I'm sure that's not gonna be dramatic at all. Not at all. Oh, I don't need to worry about sand anymore. That's so nice. Yeah, I don't know why I can't make this flat. Place is just unbelievable. UFO boat had a 50 cal mounted on the front. Like, what? What are you trying to fight here? Okay. So it's actually quite impressive that you managed to get stuck here, I have to say. Let's maybe give him a little bump first and then we can lay down some sand. You absolutely do not resist any orders. Unless it's the last thing you do, I guess. No, don't tip over him. That's not what we need. The dealing with poachers and smugglers on the ocean. Oh yeah, right. Everything is more dangerous as soon as you include oceanic things, because then it becomes international and usually organized. I was just seeing them coming up on this like 2,000 square meter smaller lake with the equivalent of an American destroyer. You will become firewood if you try to flee now. Yeah, yeah. Still me I have sand here. No. We're so close though. We're so close though. You had that, but it was too big to pull up. North America, man, you guys are crazy. You guys are out of your fucking mind. How far away is the sand? It's like up the road there. You can probably make that. Some nasty holes here, but we'll get that fixed too. Man, I've been completely stuck in the Iranian situation the last few days. Ever since the weekend. Like, Vakita was out on a trip with her parents, or to her parents, this last weekend. I was literally sleeping with live streams from the Iran-Israel conflict. It's crazy what's going on in the world right now. Scary. So someone took pictures of in Spain was a tall ship. It was interesting to see inside one of those. I did notice the one with the submarine. That looked really cool. I would love to be in a submarine at some point. I think I've been in I know I've been in like tourist submarines, but I would love to be in one that is like utilitarian more, or like more designed for a work purpose, not for comfort. At some point I would love to do that. Looked really cool. Worked in the US-Canada border checkpoint for fishing vessels exiting and entering Canada before Alaska. A lot of police stuff around. Makes sense. Makes sense. Borders in general is quite something. Okay. Let's bring the machinery over there. So that was cool as hell. Imagine being 300 meters below with 50 men just hoping the enemy won't notice you. Yeah, yeah. In a steel tube. Worst case scenario, you also know that you have a more or less balanced nuclear bomb giving you the power that you need. Like, Jesus. Not sure I would be super hyped on doing that, but I would love to see how it works. I would love to see how it looks inside, kind of the... I would love to get the feel for it, not necessarily actually living it though. Especially back in like the early World War II machines and that stuff that they had. This is like, yeah. It's like that Russian submarine that went aground outside of Norway, I think it was. Imagine their minds, what was going on. They're like, they know we're working for this regime that will never admit that something has happened. Oof. There's World War II submarines in the US that I can visit. Yeah, I'll make sure to do that next time I go to the States. Maybe like take a weekend or something. It's a bit far for me to go. I think it's more likely that I will be able to go to like... I don't know if UK probably has quite a decent amount of that stuff. They've always had a fairly good amount of naval assets. And stand on the pier looking at it, descending instead. Yeah, yeah. After I have been inside to see how it looks like. Maybe Belarus has some unofficial tours. I'm not sure I want to go to Belarus right now. Not really on the tables. Don't we have a submarine museum? We probably do, but Swedish submarines are boring. I want to go on something big. Like the Swedish submarines are really cool from like a technology perspective. Like is the Peltier engine that they're using. That is so quiet. I think it's Peltier. Or if that is the cooling solution. I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, the technology of Swedish submarines is really cool. But they're not very fun beyond that. Like, you can gush over their engines for all you want, but the actual submarine themselves is not actually that special, I would say. Of course, it's better than nothing, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna pour some more sand, get that flattened, and then get going with our ASO. I don't think we're going to actually... We won't be paving this, it'll just take forever to do that. I want to go on a ballistic missile sub, yeah, like a nuclear sub. Bring me one of those. That's what I want to do. A proper, like, world-destroying kind of sub. That's what I want. One of those that makes you question humanity, that kind of stuff. That's what I want. It's like when you get off the sub, you go, I wonder if you should actually do this. That kind of stuff. Maybe Russia is closest then? I feel like I mean, yeah, Russia is closest. But I don't want to go to Russia. I feel like UK has some good ones. And they're usually named after the Queen, so I guess that is good as well, so maybe we can... No, wait. It's named after royalties or... Not the submarines, right? That's the surface ships. I don't remember the naming class for those. But yeah, going on a nuclear submarine would be so cool. I think it was Physics Girl who made a video of a nuclear submarine. So I guess if I become a big enough YouTuber, then I can also go on a nuclear submarine. It'll be awesome. They will definitely not regret that. I will be the best passenger ever on a submarine. For sure. They tend to sink those when they're done. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like that sensitive technology. Who would have thought? And also really expensive to actually keep around, so even if we had a museum, they're too big to fit in one, and they would be too expensive to actually maintain. Even at like a museum piece standard level. Probably a lot of issues with contamination and stuff as well, I imagine. Like a active nuclear generator being there. HMS Courageous 71 to 92, decommissioned nuclear submarine, visits a 250 feet long 4,300 tons Churchill class. That's what I thought. The only exhibit of its kind in the UK. It's like the one we don't have. We will totally go there. Can you still buy flight tickets to the UK for like €1? I remember when I was like a kid. My mom was so hyped because we could buy flight tickets for €1 to go to London from Sweden. Or I think it was even one SEK. Can you still do that? I'd pay I'll pay 1 coin for a trip to London, for sure. Don't even worry about it. Do that any day of the week. It costs around $20 now. You can find cheap ones. Gotcha. I guess it's not too bad. I don't know what it looks like from here though. Imagine it could be a little bit more expensive going from here. Who did put down so much sand here? What are we building? A highway? Hell. Like making 4-lane roads in the middle of boomfuck nowhere at this point. Just because I can. Okay. And then we'll just flatten that other side, and I think we should be pretty good to go. Yeah, I don't know why this is causing like rifts in the middle like that. It's kind of annoying. I feel like the mesh might be actually a bit off on this one. Like the blade is not even touching where the sand is getting adjusted. Especially going upwards for some reason. Going down seems to be fine, but yeah. Going uphill seems to be the issue. Okay. That should kind of do it. We need to get up there. Which is... Wait, what? What? I need to go around. I'm gonna have to go so far. I should have just done this route. I'm just gonna try to drive up that. It's all done via magic. Nice. Yes. Shush. Can you move a little bit? There's no way I'm making it up that anyway with this. I'm gonna have to put down sand here as well. Why don't you ask before you make a road? Why would I ask? I just go do stuff. It's way more fun. I don't need permission to make a road. This is Roadcraft. I make roads wherever I want to. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Even remotely. Maybe it's because I'm not actually driving on the road. Kinda looks like it goes there actually. It's so fun if I'm asking about everything. It's way more fun if I just get the fuck up a little bit. Oh, I was actually going up the wrong way. I was trying to go up like here somewhere. This is the road. Yeah, there's no way we're making this. Not a shot in hell. Put some sand in. Call it a day. There we go. Okay. Well, it's good that I built the road there. Because now I have that road so I can get back. Hard to argue with that, to be honest. I mean, I could just kind of make a road up there as well if I wanted to. Nah. Let's accept defeat on this one. Let's build a new road. Best road is Baldway. I don't know, man. The road is road, everything else is beside the road. No, I think road is road and everything else is just sand. To be honest. That seems to be kind of how that works. Give me a little bit of sand, please. Thank you. Alright. I'm just looking if there's anywhere there is sand around here, but I don't see any. It was actually quite obvious that this was sand because it's like lighter. But I don't see the same somewhere else, so I'm guessing we can't actually move it up any closer. Yeah, this works probably as well. But that doesn't get us any closer either. And no sand. We have sand, it's right here. Don't worry about it. Hello? There we go. Let's drive this guy over here as well. We might not make a 4-lane road this one. We might just be satisfied with 1 lane. Actually, why are you stuck? There we go. There we go. I'm sure this road will come into use anyway. I'm sure we'll find a good use for this one either way. Oops. Okay. Let's park you neatly on the side. Yeah, the fact that this guy is not leaking anymore is so nice. Value. I have to go back every time. Fine. I'm not complaining. It is okay. We can go back. A vague idea of what's going on. Sometimes I do. They couldn't have extended the query over there just a little bit, so we can read this. No. Too much to ask, huh? Too much to ask. Why don't you use bulldozer to break up mud and you don't even need sand? You are flat road master. You know how that goes. You're just agitating me now to do stuff that will take it way longer. We're using the ASO, for God's sake. It's not gonna be able to go through my flat bulldozer roads, okay? It doesn't have enough traction. It doesn't work that way. You're just here causing trouble. Trouble! Let's go get some more sand. We need to try this. We already know that the ASO will not be able to make it up. Like, it's not even that uneven there. It's just that there is mud and I have zero traction in it. That's the issue, okay? Okay. Let's get Mr. Dozery-Doo up here. Still the Deluge? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Fun map so far. Not actually that bad. Push some rocks away. Here, we can flatten this part. But we're anyway gonna have to put sand on it, so it doesn't really matter. Use boulders and mud in manual mode. It is removed and what is left is regular soil. The same geometry and properties as sand. Yeah. But the surface level is the same amount of like the surface will look the same, so it will still have these like ridges and stuff, so it won't actually be flat because the depth map is more or less identical to the in-game map, from what I've learned at least. It's hard to remove all of the mud as well. I also think that that's more work than just putting down sand, to be honest. Use this many times and not losing time for bringing sand from far away. It's not far away, it's literally down the road. Why are you so why are you so eager? It's fine. We can shuttle some sand around. It's not the end of the world. It's the whole point of the game. We'll survive playing the game a little bit, okay? It's fine. It's fine. If I was that worried about moving sand around, I would just give this truck 4 billion sand and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. But what's the fun about that? Lay asphalt? I don't need asphalt. I need a flat surface that is to drive on. And it's way easier to do that this way than to... I can probably get there. It's way easier to do that this way than to like scoop out all of this and hope that the ground underneath is flat enough to be able to actually support a vehicle. I actually find it kind of fun to be dealing with sand. Asphalt, not so much. Excuse me? Give me my sand. Oh, level out the vehicle. Why are you such a little bitch? There we go. Yeah, I think I need to fix that lid still, because the lid is still kinda opening, unfortunately. And it's still kinda leaking over the side in particular. Yeah. Damn lid, dude. It is significantly better though, just with that extra mesh. In most situations, you can kind of just get away with that. Okay, let's flatten this out. So close, 90 meters left. Come on. Come on! Anyone who have seen the game Baby Steps? I was contemplating playing that today. But then the fix for the Baikal came out and I was like, no, I actually want to try to get this set up. But if I get time during the week, we might do an extra stream where I play around with that, because that game actually looks really fun. This lineage doesn't really help me. Extra stream, yes. Potentially. I've said that multiple times and I haven't done it, so I should probably not promise too much. But yeah, maybe we'll do a short little extra at some point, potentially. Would like to take a look at it, and it's not really a game I want to play on the YouTube channel, so it makes more sense to play it as a stream. I've actually been keeping an eye on it for a little bit. Then I noticed Davis was playing it. Looks kind of fun. Few more loads and I think we're up there. Oh, is this a road? No, that's not a road, right? It would be kind of stupid if there is actually a way to get up there. I felt like I was so certain that there was a way to get up here, so... Maybe that is a route that you can drive. Oh my god, it is. No, we could have gone this the whole way. Knew I went here for a reason. Look at this. We would have been fine. There is an opening here. Bloody hell. When? I'm not sure. Thursday, maybe Friday. Depending on when I have... When and if I have time. As usual, I'll let you know on the Discord if something comes up. Oh, can we even fit both of these onto the Azov? I hope so. It'd be a shame if we brought Azov here and then we can't fit the cargo, but it should be fine. We can put it on the short side if push comes to shove, I guess. Okay. You're gonna have to move, my dude. Okay. Slowly getting there. Okay, let's see if the Azov can make it up now, maybe. With some luck. Or maybe some dumb luck even. Even bigger chance at that point. Some dumb luck in here. Ugh, forgot how fast this guy is. Seems like sand traction is fine at least. Okay. Then we just need a crane up here, which we should already have a crane right here. Okay. I guess we can take the laser route back then. No reason not to. Yeah, I can't believe I missed this. It's like an obvious route right here. Jesus. Okay. Never claimed I was the smartest person in the room after all. And I think I just proved myself. Oh, I learned something today. Apparently you can sit in the cab of this thing. I had no clue. Like when you're controlling the crane. Like you do this. How do you actually change to the... How do I get into the cab view? I want to get into that view. Isn't it supposed to be possible to do that? I saw someone else doing it. Is it the cinematic camera? No. How the hell do I get into the... is it 4 and then C? Ah, now we're in here. That is so cool. I had no clue you could actually do this. Kind of hard to tell where you exactly are with this thing there. That's about as good as we're gonna make it. No, we can easily fit that better. Let's give ourselves a bit of a better angle so we can actually see what we're working with here. That'll do. Really, I can't actually reach that. Fine. Then let's go. How can I not reach that? It's kind of weird. There. Let's swap over to you. And yeah, we're definitely gonna have to put that on short side, or what you want to call it. So we'll just go here. Maybe if I have a shorter leash, it's easier. Go. Now if we do come on. Close. Lower. Can I nudge you a little bit at the base here? No. Oh, it says fragile on this one? Do we think that matters? Probably not, right? Wish I could attach the 4 points on the short side instead. There we go. Can I pack it like that? Yes. Will I be able to drive it like this? Questionable. Might not be able to do that, but we're gonna try. We are gonna try. Where are you going? You are going... I don't know, here. Yeah. Okay. So if I go back across there, through here... That seems dangerous. What if I go down here instead? And then make our way over all of this, down to here, across there. There. No, it's over there. So down over that. Take the long way around. Seems to be the only option. Hold on, but there's like only this place to go from. Kinda feel like we should be doing this one. We have the sand quarry here, so we should be able to build a decent road, I imagine. Let's activate you. Let's build a road there then. Yeah. Okay. Down the way we came. Should be able to drive a good amount of this route now that we have fixed it all up this way. Yeah, this became a little bit too much. We just made this massive intersection here and everything. Bit of asphalt and some road paint and we would have been absolutely golden right there. Bump. Bump, bump, bump. Humpty Bumpty Dumpty. Okay. Cross the next bridge. And then we need to go to the left somehow. Okay, can we stop doing like jumps? Like doing ollies every now and then. You think this is Tony Hawk Pro Skater or something? Stop it! Okay, so this is kind of where we would like to build a road then, I guess. Cross here. Maybe just over there and then up on this. And we have all the sand we could ever need as well. So let's get to it. Use the crane to remove the wagons. What wagons? Oh, these guys? Nah, I want to build a road here. It's more fun. More fun. We're gonna build a road. Roads will be built. We can leave the wagons where they are. They will survive. Okay. Okay. Yes. So, if we aim for this. That would probably be pretty good. Kinda wish they had a material in between sand and tarmac that you could not put tarmac on top of, but it had slightly better like functionality than sand. So you could make like proper gravel roads, for example. And then maybe make sand even worse. I like that. I like that. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a lot of sand needed. Okay. That's pretty good, I think. Let's just drive you down here for now. Park you a little bit out of the way. And then we get the dozer. The dozer. Which, didn't we take him out already? No. I think we just recalled him, yeah. Yeah. Wee. quick flattening work, and then we... It does look like we should be able to drive on the other part of the surface over where there already was a road. Alright. So far, so good. Not even gonna bother with two passes. Not even gonna bother with 2 passes. We'll just send it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, can you fucking drive instead of stuttering? This guy's like me trying to give a presentation when I'm nervous. Accelerate. Yes, that's what I want you to do. Preferably like continuously, without this like whatever the fuck you're doing. Why is this a thing? Gosh, all of this is just mud apparently. Fine. Sand it is. More sand, yes, always more sand. Only time more sand is not needed is when there needs to be even more sand. Okay. Maybe we can push that little guy forward now. Enough that he can go places. You. Or maybe I can go around and flatten it in the opposite direction and then push him up on the flattened part. That would make sense. Welcome in, Negas, by the way. First message. Hope you'll enjoy your stay. Okay. Let's see if we can flatten this enough that we can maybe get something like that. And then we want to try to get around him so we can push him up on the sand. Yeah, that works. That works. Give you a little boom and a boom and another boom, and then we give you a bunch of booms until you are no longer stuck in the mud. Okay. So, where to? Left, right? Right. Definitely right. Definitely right. Please don't tip over. Oh no. Poop. Poop. Sand everything. Sand all of it. How's the Sandman doing? Happy Wednesday, good to see you. I'm sure he's fine. There we go. Perfect. Working, working. Work, work. Night shift. Kinda glad I'm not doing those anymore. Happy to have you here, though. How did Midsummer's preparations go? You celebrate Midsummer's on Friday, right? I think Finns are like weird. Everyone else is celebrating in the weekend, I think. And you have it on Friday? No. Yeah. Here in Latvia, we're celebrating Monday, Tuesday. I think Finns had it Friday, right? Tomorrow continues. It continues. There is much to do. Gotcha. Yeah, I think Finns have it Friday, their bank holiday. Lithuania, I think, have like Saturday, something like that. And Sweden has, I think, Saturday and Monday, I believe. Or Sunday and Monday, I mean, sorry. Days are hard sometimes. Monday, Tuesday? Yeah. Latvia has this thing where a lot of holidays gets moved around if it's on a like non-working day. So if it's in a weekend, they sometimes just move it to another day. So we get the day off. I don't think that's what happened with Midsummer, but yeah. That's why a lot of the holidays here in Latvia is completely different to a lot of other places. And I think Denmark is not even celebrating Midsummer, so they are just working all next week and this week, which is nuts. And I think Norwegians, not sure, I think they have like Sweden. Sunday, Monday. I get a shit ton of weekend this month or this week, so I'm not complaining. 4-day weekend seems pretty good. Seems pretty good if you ask me. I'll support that. Bleak second there, I was thinking, maybe I can build a road across the water, but no. We built enough roads at this point. Let's see if we can drive over there. Please turn. Is this where I got left? I'm gonna guess this is where I got left. Avoiding my road over there. It's down here. You said I'm from Latvia? I'm from Sweden, but I live in Latvia. So I'm following Latvian schedules usually. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I am Swedish from the beginning. I am Swedish. One of those filthy immigrants. This sucks. Well, we needed sand anyway, so. Do I have... No, none of these are. Okay. Hello? I can't change vehicle? Why not? Why can I not change vehicle? There we go. Thank you, Ataji. You're from Lithuania, nice. Nice. How is Lithuania this time of year? Last weekend was really nice here. This week I feel like it's been raining quite a bit. Typical Baltic weather. Sucks. It's not that bad. It's fine. It's fine. Imagine if you had a little bit more torque, my dudes, you could actually move with some sand on your thingy. Don't crash into me, please. Thank you. Thank you. Do I have sand around here? I kinda do. So maybe what I should do is to fill in this as well then. While we're here, just to make sure that we can drive it. That was not where we needed the sand. There. And let's go get my dozer as well. What city I live? I don't think there's foreigners anywhere other than in Riga in Latvia. Maybe Ventpils. But yeah, not that many. What is happening with my frames, my dude? Come back, please. Not so far from you? Yeah. I think everything in the Baltics is not so far from anything, to be honest. Like, you can drive across all of Latvia in like 2.5 hours. Feels like probably a bit more than that. But coming from Sweden and going from north to south, Latvia feels like a joke. It's not even close. Okay, flatten this. And we need to go and fix the other mistake as well. Where is sand available behind us? Of course. Of course it will be behind us. It has to be. 7 kilometers from Kaunas, yes. Yes. Which is about the same amount of kilometers I lived away from the Swedish capital. And I felt like that was really close. And that was like probably the closest big city you could get to in Sweden from my place. And then here, if you go the same distance, you'll get to the next country. Nuts. Nuts. You don't even need cars here. You like go biking wherever you want to go. Who parked you here? You bastard. I guess I need to fix you first, huh? Fair enough. Give me my dozer. Let's go fix. Fix it is. Apparently they have started cracking down on Twitch streamers who are multi-streaming, by the way. So if you see the Twitch stream go down, it's probably because Twitch has banned me. Which is nice. That's kind of them. It's not like they have said before that they are going to accept people multi-streaming, so... Can't complain, really, right? Please. Look at that, it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. You push over that tree. Stop. There we go. There we go. Let's get you. Let's reverse. Reverse. Place you somewhere where it's not just mud. And that's not gonna work. Take you. Oh, I didn't even realize. Hello, cable layer. Are you here as well? Look at these guys. So good. Okay, and then we'll just flatten this, and everyone should be happy and productive and going places where they need to be, and everything should just work, right? Right. Very good. Thank you, Bald. Thank you, Bald. I have a talent for this, so I appreciate the applause. Not very good at pulling handbrakes though. And we're stuck. Back to work. Take care, Bolt. Best of luck with work. Hello? Are you serious? I didn't want to bring more sand, but I guess we're gonna have to because this guy is just tearing up everything all the time. I make my own way. Bow, 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 bow. Gosh, it's so nice to get this thing fixed. Look at this, we can just drive like normal without it spilling everywhere. And it's not even its final form, okay? It'll be even better when we get the lid fixed as well. I am turning left, video game. It's not a suggestion, it's actually an input. You're supposed to follow those. It's like the whole point of a control scheme is for me to be able to control you. Sure be raining a lot in Deluge as well, huh? Yeah, I should have taken the Wayfarer. Clearly the better truck. Okay, right, we're gonna have to flatten this first. Right. try this again. Okay, I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it. And then we're just gonna need a crane here to deliver these. Which one goes where? That's where that one goes. Okay. Can I maybe do this my own way? By delivering them one at a time? Okay. I didn't actually take that item away from me, huh? Can I reverse enough into this so... A little bit more. I just want to make sure that that clunk on top of it doesn't interfere when I get rid of truck. Something like that. And then if we recover you to over... I don't know, over here I guess? Not work? You said what? You said what? Of course it works.
Okay. So
Sorry for cutting you off, Kelly. I just want to get rid of this truck. And... What do you mean? Pff? Works perfectly. Flawless, even, some might say. Maybe not the conventional way of doing it, but it sure worked.
drained the water from the flooded settlement. No easy feat, by the way. Next thing to do is plot a route to the main power substation and repair it. Shouldn't be too hard, right? For you, at least.
Oh, they're draining this now. Okay. Okay. 5 steel beams. I don't have that. I don't have that. It's really close to here though. It's not that hard to get there, I guess. And some electricity. From where? From... to that one. I mean, we already have this guy here, right? Yeah, you. Just bring electricity over there. It's not much more to it, huh? Let's get going. Why are we in low gear? Why am I stuck in low gear? There we go. Let me go. Okay, so to do that, I kind of need to start on this side and then drag it up there. Like the opposite side of the road. Because otherwise I think we're gonna have issues with the tarmac. We don't want that. Nuh-uh. Straight over. Make the bump as easy as possible to avoid. Pretty good. And then we just follow the shoreline. Follow the shoreline. I think this is deeper than it actually looks. Probably drown if you drive into it. Ooh. Landmines, huh? Go here then. Wait, am I on top of one, is that? Oh yeah, of course I am. Of course I am. Good lord, there's a lot of them here. Alright. And then we just make a hole in the wall here, huh? That should probably work. Connected. Objective complete. Hello, Crane.
The flooding has destabilized the soil in the industrial sector. Building roads on it is not a great idea. But there is an old railway track, so the plan is to build a road over it. That should get our convoy to the production facilities without too much trouble. And there's something else you can do if you have the time. Deliver steel beams to the production facilities and install the strengthening plates near the industrial base.
You want us to build all of that through there. Cool.
On your operations there. Never say no to more support, right?
That's gonna be quite a road. That's gonna be quite a road. Oh, it looks like this actually got power when this did it. That's nice. So... strengthening the shore near the production cluster. Wait. Ah, we need to pick those up and then deliver them over here, huh? We'll do that eventually. Eventually. Steel beams to there. Okay. We can do that too. We can do that too. Recover the power line near Sandwing. That's the one we had. And this is the massive road. Okay. We're gonna do that next time. For today, I think we're gonna go to bed. It's an hour past midnight. I think we've done a good amount of work today, I would have to say. Let's take a look at the percentages that we have reached. We fixed the Baikal, which is nice. So, yeah. 44% done. Not fully 50%, but we'll get there. We'll do some progress again in the weekend. Saturday will be next stream. Unless I manage to get another stream in at some point during the week. No promises. But, yeah. Since we have some new people here, if you're interested, there's also a Discord where I post some dumb shit every now and then. Feel free to join there. Otherwise, I want to say thank you very much for watching and hanging out today. I appreciate it. Lots of nice, cool people here. And I'll see you all on Saturday. Something like that. Probably some more streams during next week as well, because I have some days off. So, yeah, all of that will be on the Discord. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.